looking to live on the Gulf Coast of Florida and you want to make sure you're in a beach village, well, I'm going to give you the contrast in this video of Siesta Key versus Venice Island. If this is going to be your primary residence or it's going to be a second home, or maybe you're just looking for an investment home, let me give you an overview of Siesta Key and an overview of Venice Island. What's the best beach village? Is it Siesta Key or is it Venice Island? I'm going to tell you about the amenities. I'm going to tell you about an overview on the two. I'm going to tell you about the beaches, the beach accesses. I'll give you an overview of the housing, what's available, the types of housing on both islands. I'm going to mention the lifestyle, how they differ briefly. I'm going to list recreation, things that you can do while you're on the island, and I'm going to wrap it up with some pros and cons, so let's get started. Siesta Key is located in mid-Sarasota. The nice thing that makes it a little bit different, it is a faster paced life than Venice. You're close to downtown Sarasota on the north end, and you're close to the Gulf Gate area on the south side. On Siesta Key, you've got some very expensive, high-end luxury homes on the north tip of the island and more so towards the southern part of the island. As you get closer to the village, you've got a vast majority of canal front, waterfront homes on the island that give you direct access to the Gulf. You've got a mix of condos, low rises and high rises on Siesta Key, and this takes place around the village and transitions south. And when you get a little bit past Siesta Key Beach, you'll actually have more resort type facilities. You've got tennis clubs, golf, resort communities, and towards the southern part of that, some very luxurious gated communities, private estates along the bay and along the beach. Venice Island is overall smaller. The residential area is defined more on the north and towards the south. You've got the business district in the middle, and mixed around the business district, you've got condos, low-rise condos. You're seeing some new construction, new condos going up. Southern portion of the island, there is an airport, so it's less populated there, but you've got a mix of condos and some smaller, modest homes. Let's talk about the business district. On Siesta Key, you've actually got two small business districts. You've got the main village or the north village and the south village. Both of them are very small. You've got things that you would need on a daily basis. You do have a small grocery store there. You have a hardware store there. You've got a lot of t-shirt shops and touristy type shops. You've got ice cream shops, restaurants, tiki bars. And on the south village, you've got more of the same, just on a smaller scale. On Venice Island, you've got a mix of a historic district that is really based around sidewalk shops and some fine dining. In addition to that, you have some major dining. You've got a public shopping center on Venice Island and business district on Venice Island. You also have some cultural events. You've got the Venice Little Theater, you've got the Civic Center, you have the library, the Art Center, all on Venice Island, which is different from Siesta Key. All right, let's talk about the beaches. On Siesta Key, you've got two main beaches. Siesta Key Beach, known for its white sand, and you've got Turtle Beach, which is more isolated on the south end. But a lot of people do not know you also have 12 different beach accesses all throughout the island. So no matter where you're at, you don't have a hard ride to walk or drive to the beach. Some of these beach accesses do not allow parking, so you'd have to access them by foot. Venice Island, you've got two main public beach areas. You've got the main public beach, and then on the south side of the island, you've got Broward Park, you've got the Venice Fishing Pier, and you got Casperson Beach. In between that, you've got a total of 10 different beaches that you can access on Venice Island, so they're both comparable that way. Let's talk about residential choices on Siesta Key and then Venice Island. On Siesta Key, you'll know it's definitely more luxurious. On the north end, you'll have some really stately homes overlooking Sarasota Bay and the Gulf of Mexico. You've got a lot of canal front homes that have direct access from the canal out to the Gulf of Mexico. Price points tend to be higher. As you transition towards the village, you do have some smaller homes in and around the village. Many of these may have been torn down, which larger homes built, but you still do find some smaller homes. Around the village, you've got condos, both low and high rise. And as you transition south, you'll have some new condos that have been built over the last several years. And you have some new, I would say, side by side, smaller condos, luxurious homes built with Gulf views. As you go south on Siesta Key, you'll notice a lot of resort-type condominiums, very extravagant and a lot of amenities. As you go a little farther south than that, you'll start to see some of the small original 50s and 60s type of Gulf front condos. Some of those are going away, some of them are still there. And as you transition south, you'll again pick up some luxurious homes both on the bay, intercoastal, and directly on the beach. And towards the south side of Siesta Key, there's a number of condos, both Gulf side and Bayside that give you quite a variety of different homes and price points on Siesta Key. On Venice Island, for the residential choices, it's not quite as luxurious, although I'm going to say that on certain portions of Gulf Front on Venice Island, you definitely have large stately homes, very comparable to what you're going to see on Siesta Key, just not near as many. On the north end of Venice Island, it's mostly low-rise condos, a lot of 2- and 3-story, maybe 4-story condos that have direct Gulf views. And then as you move a little bit further south, you do have Roberts Bay and some luxurious homes on Roberts Bay and on the canals on that north side. And closer to the city center, Venice Avenue, there's a lot of small low-rise condos and some new condos that have been built. On the mid part of the island, you're seeing a lot of the older homes, 50s and 60s, torn down with new construction, very elaborate and very nice homes. A unique thing about Venice Island, though, is also you're going to see at that central part, mainly in the central part of the island, is the historic homes. Because these homes were built in the 20s, they are being preserved. They're not allowed to be torn down. So you have that mix of some really nice architecturally designed homes from the 20s, Mediterranean style mixed in with ranch style homes from the 50s and 60s and new construction. So it gives you a variety. You don't really see that much on Siesta Key. Let's talk about lifestyle. I would say the lifestyle on Siesta Key is more of a resort lifestyle. It definitely has that feel with Siesta Key Beach there and the village. You just walk to the beach from pretty much anywhere, flip-flops, shorts, and that's the lifestyle you're going to live there. The south part of the key is less touristy, as more remote and more private, and so you have a contrast really from the village and that very touristy feel, lifestyle. It is definitely a beach feel. When you get to Venice Island, you'll notice a beach feel also. It's not going to be as extravagant. It's not going to be as luxurious as Siesta Key feels, but you're going to have that nice beach feel. It's going to be a slower pace, but at the same time, during season in the city center, there's so many activities take place. And I'm going to say that Venice really has a festive lifestyle during that time of the season. There's so many events taking place that you could just walk down and be a part of on any Saturday or Sunday. Let's talk about recreation. Recreation on Siesta Key. If you like to bike, walk, jog, there's plenty of opportunity to do that. You've got bike lanes throughout the roads throughout Siesta Key. And if you're looking to play tennis, you've got that at main public beach. You've got volleyball nets at main public beach. You've got some picnic areas and recreation that way. When it comes to Venice Island, there's more parks throughout Venice Island, more opportunities for like small walking trails, jogging trails. Recreation for kids is more prevalent because you've got 2 schools, Venice Elementary, Venice High School. You also have Venice Little League, all on Venice Island. Something that's unique to Siesta Key, snorkeling at Point of Rocks, which is a nice thing to do. Shark toothing on Venice Island, which is not really you're going to find on Siesta Key. When it comes to boating or kayaking, both have access on both keys where you can put your kayak in and have a nice enjoyable day on the water. Same with launching your boat and going out. Both very easy to get to and easy in and easy out. I'm going to wrap this up with some pros and cons. I was to just try to summarize Siesta Key in a few words. I would say vibrant. I would say active. I would say beach town, beach feel. But I would also mix in it's congested. At certain times of the year, it's going to take you a while to get on and off if you're not living there. Or if you're living there and you want to go mainland, it's going to take you a while. There's only 2 bridges leading off the island, one north and one south, so keep that in mind. But when you get there, it's definitely going to feel like you're on vacation, like you're on an island getaway, and those white sandy beaches are going to be hard to beat. With Venice, you're definitely going to notice a beach town. You're going to notice a slower pace. You're going to notice a smaller town feel. There's going to be less traffic. I was just talking to somebody the other day. We both lived here over 40 years, and Venice Island really has kind of the feel that Siesta Key did 25 years ago. I hope this helps. I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions or you want to give me your feedback about Siesta Key versus Venice Island, please do so. You may reach out to me directly. Click on the link below, send me a text, give me a call. Happy to discuss. Thanks for watching. Talk with you again soon. Take care.